Dear Teal, I am a free woman who is of the scribe's caste. I was companion for many years to a man of the warrior caste. We had a son. Unfortunately, 2 years ago my companion was killed in a raid. A year after his death I met another man, a scribe, and he companioned me. My son from the warrior is now 5 years of age. My question is, should the boy be raised as a scribe, the caste of my present companion, or as a child of a warrior? Well, dear, moving on with life, I am surprised that you haven't the insight to see that you have answered your own question. Your son has the blood of a warrior in him. Although your present companion may support him physically, your man has not contributed the genes of a warrior to your young son. The boy was born into the warrior caste, and as such should follow in his father's footsteps. I would find your child a mentor among the warriors, someone who will expose him to the way of the warrior and the codes. Now, since you and your companion are scribes, it might do the child well to teach him to read and write. If he decides to follow the caste that he was born into, he would be ahead of the game with a command of the language, both spoken and written. Now, after having been exposed to the venerable caste of the scarlet tunics, he does not take to it, is no harm done. You will at least know that you made a grand attempt to honor your deceased companion's memory. Let us hope that if your son does not follow the path of the warrior, he chooses another high caste in which to integrate himself. Try to keep him away from street mimes and jugglers. If you don't, he may become enamored of these low caste types and seek their way. In that case, he will probably wind up companioning with a she-urt. It would be awkward visiting your grandchildren under a bridge somewhere. My next scroll is from another woman who is a physician. Dear Teal, I am a woman who is a green. I do a lot of slave exams. Each exam requires that a report be filled out and filed. I am a green and not a scribe. Why do I have to fill out these reports? I feel it is not my job. I would like this situation corrected so that all I have to do is exams and not the endless report writing. Dear, insufferably lazy. First of all, let's drop this notion that you are a color. Have you looked in the mirror lately? If you do happen to look in the mirror and your face appears to be green, I suggest that you get thee to a physician immediately. My master is so fed up with the new Gorean slang. He stops people in the lanes and streets when he hears passers-by use these color referrals to one's caste. He tells them, I don't think you would say, have you seen the red standing over there talking with the green, yellow, and blue? They seem to be discussing the whites and bemoaning the blacks. It is a ludicrous picture he paints. It allows the other party or parties to recognize their affected speech. Well, you didn't write me to receive an admonition about your color. As I recall, you think that you are above filling out reports on the examination of your patients. Reports can be tiresome. I have done it a few times in my day, but I think you're failing your caste by thinking that just any warm body grabbed from the streets would be able to write medical assessments on your patients. I think I would have better luck being examined by a haruspex. You could obtain a secretarial type who will be with you in the exam room writing down your observations as you go, but that would violate the code of patient privacy. It would be far better for you to do your own notes. It may be true that the exams will last longer, but really, what else are you supposed to be doing? If your house needs cleaning or the marketing needs to be done, get a slave to do that. Your time is more valuable taking care of the health of the people in the city in which you live. I have thought at times that it would be great fun to be a physician. You get to ask all sorts of rude questions about patients' maladies and queer body configurations that your patients would not tell their best friends. You also get to peer at the genitals of men